All you had to do was be polite and talk to me nicely.
I was polite. I've worked 18 hours today, and I haven't had nothing to eat. At this point, I answer no more questions.
All you had to do is say, yes, sir.
Or arrest me then.
Put your hands on your back. You're under arrest. You don't argue with the police.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. On November 5th of 2022, at around 10:30 p.m., a man named Lawrence was working late at a store that he owned. During a lull in business, Lawrence walked to the Circle K down the street to grab a snack, when Officer Leon McKinney of the Baxley Police Department observed him walking from behind the store and initiated contact.
210 dispatch, be out with a subject here, these new buildings across from State Farm. Hey. Come here.
I'm the owner of Retro DK.
Huh?
You better go look.
Okay.
Okay. No probable cause to stop me.
That's why I'm here, because I see people walking behind this building right here.
That's fine. I got a back door. I'm walking the Circle K.
I'm glad you do. But listen here.
You don't have a problem.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. If
someone has to physically trespass,
if I see
you better look at
here,
Georgia State Code.
If I see somebody here at night walking behind a building,
what's your name and badge
My
number?
name is Leon McKinney.
Okay, that's not probable cause.
Yes, it is.
Because it takes a business to trespass.
I don't need probable cause.
Yes, you do.
I need articulable, reasonable suspicion.
That's probable cause.
And that's what I've got when I see somebody coming behind the building right now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Because
all these businesses are closed.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And you're walking behind it.
I have a right to walk behind it.
What's your name?
I told you my name, Lawrence Walters.
Lawrence Walters?
Yep.
What's your date of birth?
I'm not giving you my date of birth because you don't have reasonable suspicion. I done told you.
209-25 women.
All you got to do is
listen here.
Go on the state website, Georgia Department of Treasury.
Listen here. Calm down.
Secretary of State.
Calm down. Calm down.
Retro DK's LP. My name will pop up.
Calm down. You're taking this way out of hand.
No, I'm not, because I know my rights.
If I see somebody coming from behind a building tonight, then I can stop and ask them what they're doing.
And I told you what I was doing.
Okay.
And I told you who I was.
But I don't know who you are. I'm just giving you your name and date of birth. What's your name?
I'm not giving you my date of birth. I gave you my name. You have no suspicion that I've committed any crime.
You're behind a building. You're prowling.
Okay.
You're loading and prowling.
We'll settle this right now.
I'm not going nowhere with you right now.
How about we go over to
Let me tell you something.
My business and I open up the door.
Okay. I believe you now, but I'm telling you, I do have a right to stop you.
Yeah, am I free to go?
No. Because I want to know your name and date of birth so I can make a report.
I already gave you
I'm going to make a report of this.
Do what you got to do. I already gave you my name.
I'm going to make a report of this.
I already gave you my name. Do what you got to do.
I'm going to make a report of this.
At this point, I answer no more questions.
Officer McKinney tries the loitering and prowling approach. However, in Georgia, an officer must afford the person an opportunity to dispel any alarm or immediate concern. Lawrence was not in possession of any tools that are often used for breaking and entering. He provided a good explanation of why he was behind the business, and he provided his name. He also offered to show the officer that he could open the business with his keys. But the officer stopped him and vocalized that he now believed Lawrence's testimony that he owned the business.
How about we go over to
Let me tell you something.
My business and I open up the door.
Okay. I believe you now.
However, despite admitting that he no longer had sufficient reasonable suspicion to detain Lawrence, Officer McKinney continues to prevent him from continuing on his way.
All you had to do is say, yes, sir.
I already told you that. I said that when I walked up.
No, when I first pulled up.
I said you don't have no reason to stop me.
And I do.
No, you don't.
You're wrong.
Because it's not trespassing.
You're wrong.
It takes someone from one of these businesses. It takes either Miss Moody or Wade Moody. They own this. They own that, right? They either trespass someone or owner of the business to trespass somebody.
Let me tell you this.
I know what Georgia law says.
Let me tell you this. Ain't you glad I'm checking on these businesses?
It's fine you're checking. But what I'm telling you is, you're hindering me from what I'm going to do. I want to go get something to eat because I've worked 18 hours today and I haven't had nothing to eat.
And all you had to do was be polite and talk to me nicely.
I was polite. I didn't cuss at you.
The first thing that you said to me, you have no right to stop me.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm telling you, look under the OCG.
I don't have to look under no law. I do this constantly year after year.
That doesn't make it right, is what I'm telling you. It does not make it right.
Listen.
What's your name? You still haven't identified yourself to me.
I'm telling you, my name is Leon McKinney. I work with the Baxley Police Department.
I know who you work for. I see that.
And what else do you want from me? I'll give you anything you want.
Your badge number.
My badge number is 210.
210.
What else do you want?
That's it. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. But what is your name?
I already told you my name. My name is Lawrence Walters.
Okay, Lawrence Walters. And where do you live?
I live in Uvalde.
Okay.
That's the most you're going to get out of me.
Okay.
Sergeant Terry Reynolds now arrives on scene and makes it appear as though neither officer understands the oath they took.
Because everything else, you can pull up my city license through the city of Baxley.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not trying to question you about nothing like that.
You can pull up my department.
I see him walking behind the building here. I just pulled in here. I said, come here a minute. I'll talk to you. And he said, you have no reason to stop me. I said, yes, you do. You're at a business and you're behind. You're coming behind.
No.
But now I asked for his date of birth. And he says, I'm not giving you my date of birth.
Georgia law,
but this is his
owner of the property.
But this
I am a business owner.
This is his business.
To him. Okay.
But now you won't give him his date of birth.
Y'all say all the businesses are closed. They're not. My business ain't closed. So there you go.
He don't know you, man.
It doesn't matter. I already told. I give him my name.
It does matter. It does matter.
It doesn't matter to me. It might matter to you.
It matters to the state of Georgia.
No, it doesn't. You better go look up at the code.
I know what the code says.
Then show me the code. Don't tell me. Show me the code.
I ain't got to show you nothing.
Arrest me then.
Put your hands on your back. You're under arrest.
What am I under arrest for?
You're charged for obstruction.
Obstruction. You know that's not going to stick, right?
Oh, yes,
I did. You'll see.
You give him the birthday?
No, he won't give it to me.
You give him the birthday? That's not compliant.
I gave him my name.
That's not compliant.
I don't have to comply because I did nothing wrong.
You in a place where business is closed.
No, my business is not closed.
What's your business?
Retro D Games. It is not closed. I am open for business.
It doesn't matter. We don't know that. Your business is closed because you're not there.
No, it's not. How do you know I don't got an employee there?
I don't.
That's why.
Which one is it?
It's Retro D Games. Come on. I'll pull out my.
It doesn't matter.
No. If the business is not closed, it won't be locked.
It's locked because I locked it.
It's closed.
It's not closed.
It's closed.
But that's not my hours operation. But I can pull my keys off. I asked him to walk with me. When you review that audit, I asked him to walk with me.
Lawrence now attempts to plead with the officers to at least secure his business.
You're going to arrest me for obstruction.
I told you this. All you had to do is say, hey, officer, this is my business right here.
I did when I came up when you told me not to go nowhere.
You told me? You know the first thing you told me?
Yeah, when I
you
was
have
walking.
No right to stop me.
Yeah, and then you said,
You always seeing that stuff out, TV.
all right, come here. If we'll let this go, I will give you my driver's license right now.
You watch too much TV, Bob.
Come on.
There's no sense of this to arrest a local business.
Let's go.
Too much TV.
Let's go, Mr. Walters.
Can I give you?
Let's go.
Can I give
Let's
you?
get in the car. Let's go.
Okay.
You had your chance.
I get it. I get it.
Way too much.
You got anything on you?
No, I don't. I just got my cash.
All right, here's what you do.
Can I go?
Right,
can I go and secure my money in my business before you take me to jail? Can you just take me?
Why are you leaving?
I was just going to get something to eat. That's all at Circle K.
And where is it at in your business?
It's in my cash register. I haven't even left tonight. That's what I'm saying. I'm still open. I did. I told him my name. Come on, this is totally up to you.
I'm telling you something. You made a bad decision tonight.
Okay, I made a bad decision. We all make bad decisions
But
sometimes.
you shouldn't have done it. All you had to do was be nice and talk to me. Like
I did talk to you. I didn't cuss at you. Did I cuss at you one time?
First thing you said to me.
Yeah, that was when I was
right.
That's when I was.
He started arguing about the law to me.
I know.
Go ahead and have a seat for me.
I can't get in there. I'm too big. I got a knee problem.
All right, do this. Do this. Sit your butt down. Just slide back. And let me ask you: is your business locked?
No, sir. That's what I'm saying. My back door is not locked.
The back door is not locked?
No, I was just going to.
Which one is it?
I don't want him to enter my business. He has to have a warrant.
He said, now he's saying he don't want you to enter his business. He said that you need a warrant.
I'm not in your business. I'm going to check the door.
I don't want you touching my door.
I can touch your door all day long as I'm checking it. You ain't got no say-so about that.
I got cameras.
You got cameras?
Okay. But this is
I tell you this, I've never seen a business owner like you.
Because I had a rough day. I had 18 hours a day. Cut me a break.
Most business owners
cut me a break.
Like the police.
I do like y'all. I have no. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You sure didn't show it?
I have deputies come in all the time, and I have Baxley police come in all the time. I treat them with the utmost respect, and I give them a discount. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, but you
just come on, cut me a break. This ain't the way to go.
No, I fixed the charge now because I've done arrested you.
You can stop that. You haven't did the paperwork.
Once I arrest somebody,
okay. Can you citate me? Because you can citate me. No. You can citate. I'm not answering any more questions.
He's not answering no questions. He said he's not answering no questions. All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against your court of law.
Okay.
You have the right for attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights? Okay, go ahead and have a seat.
Lawrence was arrested for obstruction and spent the next 12 hours in jail.
You don't argue with the police. You just ask.
Police. You know I have a First Amendment right. You know what that means?
2 days after the incident, after several unreturned phone calls to the department, Lawrence appeared in person to file a complaint.
I need to file a complaint against the City of Baxley Police Department.
Okay.
And a particular officer.
Okay, so you're calling being in the police department?
I've already tried. He won't return my call. This is urgent because I'm regard to an incident at my business on Saturday for being charged with obstruction because I would not give my birthday. And under Georgia law, I have no legal responsibility because I wasn't driving. I was at my own business. You want to read it?
No, I'm not holding a document.
Yeah.
And after what's that say?
Yep, it happened at 10:24 p.m. I spent 12 hours in jail. This is the way I treat our local businessman. It's disrespectful.
20 minutes after being told that the chief was not present, the chief appeared to speak with him.
I told him, I said, hey, my name's Lawrence Walters. You don't have any probable cause, but here you go. I'm the owner of Richard D. Gates.
An officer does have probable cause. And if anytime an officer has to remain in that birth, they can offer you have to.
Not according to Georgia Code says, the only time I got to sue.
I ain't gonna argue with you about it.
I'm not arguing this. I'm telling you what the Georgia Code says. I gave them my name, my first and last name, said I was a business owner. They kept on claiming that I was not the store owner. I asked them to walk into my state license.
I don't know they cured that person.
Because I had a key. I asked them to go to any door.
There is no way that officer actually knows who you are without running your information.
But, sir, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible.
And I am also.
Okay.
And it's becoming very hard.
How have I been disrespectful?
You're raising your voice.
This is how we'll switch for roles. I'll take it down, Octane, okay? I apologize for that.
I'll give off my name and date of birth, which I have before.
But he said he was going to, this is where the confusion comes in, right? He said he had to put it in his report. Nothing about running me. And this was after I dispelled his suspicion. Right? After he told me that in the car. He said as soon as I walked up to him and gave him my name and told him that I was the owner, he told me that in the car.
Okay.
That I dispelled his suspicion. Second question I asked him, why am I in custody and taken to jail? His exact words were this, because I argued with the police.
And you didn't give him your information?
He didn't state that in the car.
Well, it's real, no?
Yeah, but on his body cam, what you say has to be running. He said that it's because I wasn't allowed to argue with the police.
You don't argue with the police. You just ask.
Police. You know I have a First Amendment right. You know what that means?
If you wouldn't have argued,
under that right falls under the First Amendment. Also falls under free speech.
If you wouldn't have argued,
I can argue with anybody all day long.
I'm just saying things with
There's no law against.
We was arguing about whether or not I was a business owner.
You ain't supposed to argue with the police either. That's what
It's First Amendment right. I have a yes, I have a freedom of speech. I never cussed at him, and if I did, I was well within my right to do that, but I never did. I never.
You're serious right now, ain't you?
Yes, I am dead serious because I spent 12 hours in that jail, sir, before I was bonded out. I am a local business owner. I did nothing wrong that night.
You think you vote?
Okay, all right. I'm not going to meet with you tomorrow. You're unreasonable, and I already see how this going because you're protecting your officer.
No, sir, I'm not protecting nobody.
Okay, review the body cam. I'll come at 8:30 in the morning. After you review the body cam, we'll talk about it, right?
Okay.
And
That's what I told you from the beginning.
the lady told me, I didn't even know you were here, sir.
I just got here.
Yeah, the lady told me, but I was trying to get on the calendar also for the city council.
The department dragged their feet, making excuse after excuse on why they couldn't release the body cam footage. The department released Officer McKinney's footage, but continues to withhold Sergeant Reynolds' videos. And finally, in early 2024, the charge of obstruction was dismissed. Officer McKinney had left the department in 2022, shortly after the incident, and was named Chief of Police in Odom, Georgia. Lawrence is currently looking to pursue civil action against the department and the officers, so let me know what you think of this encounter. Does it appear that any officer portrayed understands the laws that they're alleged to enforce? Or does it seem more like they enforce their own rules, based on ego derived from a corrupted sense of authority and power? If you enjoy these videos, be sure to check out another episode, linked on the screen, and stop by Lawrence's channel to show him your support.